Stop paying your mother's rent. You are paying for any of your extended family members' expenses, paying for their rent, paying for their mortgage, paying for their car payment. I think it's great. But instead of paying for the expense directly, pay the individual through a 1099, bonus them, which is a double bonus, the tax due on the 1099. You'll be able to write off the entire thing, and then they can use those funds tax-free to pay for whatever that expense is. Otherwise, if I were to pay for someone's rent, and that transaction is not deductible. But if I pay that individual through this process, it is deductible. Now, is it 100% tax-free? No. But what you're doing is you're moving money out of your tax bracket into their tax bracket, creating some tax arbitrage there, and then helping them in the process. So for me, it's always looking for ways to get creative, maximize your tax value, and also still do really good stuff.
This is not legal, and it also makes no sense to do, even if it were legal, okay? First, it's not legal because anyone you pay needs to actually receive the money in exchange for real services. Okay, second, if it were legal, it would typically be worse than just not doing it because he recommends double bonusing your relative to cover their tax. The tax that you were trying to avoid, but instead of just paying for your income tax, now you're having to gross up the amount that you pay your relative so that it covers their income tax and self-employment tax. And he recommends doing it as a 1099, which means that the reporting threshold is only $400. So your relative now has to file a return and pay self-employment tax and income tax. And for actual tax law from a tax attorney, subscribe.